The sun was setting over the rugged Arizona canyon, painting the rocks in fiery reds and golds. The Apache tribe gathered at the top of the ridge, their eyes scanning the valley below. In the center of the clearing stood a man, bound tightly with ropes that bit into his wrists. Dust clung to his torn clothes, and his boots bore the marks of a long, exhausting chase. He looked around, trying to gauge the intentions of the tribe. His heart pounded as he realized that every set of eyes in the circle was studying him, calculating his fate. The man was a stranger to these lands, having wandered far from his settlement while tracking a band of outlaws, but luck had not favored him. The tribe, protective of their territory and wary of outsiders, had captured him before he could even explain himself. As he struggled against the ropes, he noticed a young Apache woman standing slightly apart from the crowd. Her eyes were fierce, yet something in them softened as they met his. She was dressed in traditional attire, adorned with beads and feathers, her dark hair flowing like a river of night. He could tell she held some influence among the tribe members, but he did not know how much. The tribe's elder, a tall man with streaks of gray in his long hair, stepped forward. His voice was low and commanding. "This man has trespassed our lands," he said, "and for that he must face judgment. What do you say, children of the tribe?" Murmurs rippled through the crowd, some voices demanding punishment, others calling for mercy. The man's mind raced. He needed to survive, to find a way to show he meant no harm. Then the young woman stepped forward, her voice cutting through the murmurs. "He is not our enemy," she said boldly. "He has come from far away. He means no harm." The elder's eyes narrowed. "And why should we trust you, little one? Your words are not enough to save him from the law of our people." She took a deep breath, her hand resting lightly on the ropes that bound him. "Because I know his heart," she said, "and because his heart has already saved mine." The man blinked in confusion. "Saved yours?" he whispered. But the ropes and the tension in the air made it impossible to speak more. The tribe's mood shifted slightly. Some members exchanged glances, unsure how to respond to the young woman's sudden claim. "He helped me when others would have left me in danger," she continued, her voice rising with emotion. "He fought to protect me, and now you would take his life? Do you not see honor in that?" For a moment, silence fell over the clearing. The elder's expression softened slightly, but the ropes around the man's wrists remained tight. The crowd's curiosity grew, the tension palpable. The stranger realized that this was his chance, the only chance to prove himself. Summoning all the courage he could, he stepped slightly forward, careful not to break the young woman's protection. "I only wish to live in peace," he said, "and to help, not harm." His voice carried through the air, honest and steady. The young woman's eyes met his, and she smiled faintly, hope flickering between them. "You see, father," she said, addressing the elder. "His words match his actions. Let him stand before us not as a prisoner, but as a man of honor." Murmurs of agreement rose from parts of the tribe. Some young warriors whispered to each other, curious about the stranger's bravery and about the courage of the woman who risked everything to save him. Suddenly, a distant howl echoed through the canyon. The man's heart sank, but the woman's grip on the ropes tightened slightly, a silent promise that she would not let harm come to him. The elder's gaze swept across the tribe, reading their expressions before finally nodding. "We shall give him a chance," he said. "But remember, the path of honor is narrow, and the price of betrayal is high." Relief washed over the man, and gratitude filled his eyes. He bowed his head to the young woman, who simply shook her head, signaling that words were unnecessary. As the sun disappeared behind the canyon walls, casting shadows over the tribe, a bond was formed between the stranger and the Apache girl. Their journey together had begun, but danger still lurked beyond the valley, waiting for the next test of courage, trust, and loyalty. And as the tribe looked on, the stranger knew he had found an unexpected protector, someone whose bravery rivaled the fiercest warriors among them. Dawn broke over the canyon, painting the sky in soft pinks and oranges. The stranger had spent the night under the watchful eyes of the tribe, learning their ways and earning cautious respect. The young Apache woman stayed close, her presence a constant reassurance, but the sense of relief was short-lived. Word had reached the tribe that rival hunters were approaching, men who would take no prisoners. Their arrival would test not only the stranger's courage, but also the faith the tribe had placed in him. The elder called the stranger forward. "If you are to remain among us," he said, You must face the trial of the canyon. Only by proving your skill and bravery can you earn your place. The man swallowed, hard but nodded. The young woman's hand brushed his arm, a silent encouragement. He knew that failure would mean death, but the thought of disappointing her, and the tribe that had spared him, pushed him forward. The trial was perilous. The canyon was narrow and jagged, with cliffs rising hundreds of feet above the rocky floor. The man had to navigate treacherous paths, balance on narrow ledges, and leap across gaps that seemed impossible. Each step required focus, courage, and trust in himself. He could hear the whispers of the tribe above, the rustle of the woman's dress, the steady beat of his own heart in his ears. Halfway through the trial, he stumbled. A loose rock gave way underfoot, sending him sliding dangerously close to the edge. Panic threatened to overtake him, but then he felt the